Hello there, and welcome to Hammerman for today, September the 18th. I'm not sure where September ends and begins on the calendar year, but sometimes after April and before December? Yes, perfect, okay. So, as you can see, I got Ham out here. Because I was like, I want to try something different. I want to actually push for the flawless on stage one. Like, maybe mess around with it, try some things out. And as you can see, it turns out it works incredibly well. So I was really happy to see that I was able to take down a heavy tank stage 1 without any building losses. Very excited. I think I'm going to be trying to do that a little more often. Just something for the fun of it, because why not, right? Then we hit stage 2 and get some serious rifle Zooka action going on. Now, as you can see, this is like my Ham base, but it's been modified just slightly to try and front load the damage a little bit extra, because, it is the stage 1, I guess. And I was so excited about... Right there. That's right. I was so excited about getting a second flawless. I was about to lose my nut. And the, last shot from that Zooka messed up my cannon. I was so heartbroken. I was just like... But that's okay. We've got one flawless. It's a start. It's somewhere to move from, and we can see how this plays out in the future. Now with stage 3, I was really happy with the way this worked, because as you can see, everything's going over left hand side there, and that is scary because my goodness, look at them. But what's awesome is I was able to just destroy all of those medics over on the left-hand side, and granted, yes, the Grenadiers got a couple of shots in while I was doing it, but those Grenadiers would have been much worse had those medics all survived, gotten in behind and started healing the Grens from my rocket launchers. Things would have gone incredibly poorly for me. So I was very happy with the way that 3 played out, and I kind of just decided, this layout is working so well, I kind of feel obligated to just push forward with it. Look at this, man. This is ridiculous. I am slaughtering some fools, and that's kind of what you want in the earlier stages. Also, I'm hoping that maybe this sort of layout, if you're a much lower level, defensively speaking player, if you don't have maxed out defenses, I'm hoping this sort of a layout might be maybe the key to getting an extra level or 2 for you, because you can siphon the troops around the side and, hopefully take out a few extra guys. I don't know, maybe get some prototype parts. Whatever you're aiming to do at that level. Intel, everybody needs intel all the time. We'll go with intel. So hopefully you can get some extra intel and kind of carry through. So stage 5, again, I started getting kind of worried when I saw the rifle medic land right away. But then, fortunately, with the way this base is situated, the medics were kind of the first ones out of the gate, and the rocket launchers just started putting damage on them right away. And I didn't necessarily take any of the medics out, but what I did do was hurt them enough that they had to stop and be like, "Whoa, guy, brah, we need to heal each other. Let's do some healing. Alright, we're gonna heal. I'm gonna throw a healing pizza at you." I don't know what their little discs would be like. I'm gonna throw some bandages in your face. Oh, take the bandages. I don't know. I'm not going to judge their healing techniques. I assume magical pizzas or bandages, because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. However, the problem with not taking them down is the fact that they all like got in behind that wall of army ants, and had I not had maxed out defenses, I would have been in some serious trouble. So be very careful with that stage 5. If you can, take out the medics before they start doing anything really scary and unfortunate. And if you can't, then hopefully their magical bandage pizzas will not be enough to keep them standing. So stage 6, obviously I had to go back to a more standard hammer time. Actually, no, sorry, ham sandwich. Kind of a modified ham sandwich. Just because I knew that my first boats were going to have a bunch of warriors and stuff like that. Like, I knew I was going to have to deal with some serious melee short range. I needed the AoE up front, but then I also needed, like, a lot of long distance stuff front loaded so that I could take out those Grens, because if I didn't take out those Grens, they were going to do horrible things to all of my troops. And as you can see, it worked out fairly decently. Over on the left hand side is where the majority of the like short range AoE damage needs to be, and then on the like other side, the lower side of the beach, I guess, the left hand side, left beach hand side, right hand side if you're facing the beach, I guess. Got to put the long-range sniper-esque type defenses down there, but because things kind of spread out, you got to get a little bit of everything in there and kind of like spread it about. And it worked pretty decently. I was pretty happy. You can see there are two main groups, the Riflemen up top and the Grenadier down bottom. And I was a little worried, I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, okay, well, I've got some cannons still standing, but I don't have anything that can do any kind of damage to this Grenadier. Now, I do have the minefield, which I know will probably protect my HQ. Like, at this time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the win. But I was just like, oh, you crazy Gren, you guy in the hey whoopee. Because even after he's able to take out this cannon, he's gonna just walk over to the next cannon and be out of range of that cannon. And I was like, man, guy, this is brutal. Fortunately, because there is a clock on the Hammerman, I was able to pull down the victory. I was able to defeat him without any real problems, or finishing off all of the troops. So, Hammerman 7, once again this week, we're going in no ice and no prototypes, because I took a look at it and was like, you know, this seems doable. It seems pretty doable. I gotta give it a shot. So I went back actually to the Ham type of base, again, slightly modified to meet the needs. Like, I threw out some sacrificial boom cannons because I knew there was nothing heavy. There was nothing that the boom cannons were really needed for, and they're the highest hit point defenses. So I was like, you know what? They make really great little mini walls. I'm just gonna go with it. And they did their job. They kept those warriors busy while all my flamethrowers and machine guns and stuff kind of burnt them down. I was very happy with that. And then, because of the way things are laid out, I shuffled all of my mines over, because obviously I don't want to be wasting my mines. I want to make as much effective use out of them as possible. And as you can see, the bad guys are just kind of like strolling up and going around the left-hand side, while my rockets just pound the snot out of their butts, because that's what rockets do. And I do get like some overflow over on the right hand side. You can see the rockets and the sniper towers. The sniper towers are there for that exact reason. Like, if any of the grenadiers kind of drift away, the rocket launchers can soften them up, but it pulls the real damage away from what we want to be targeting, which is I guess the crescent. I'm not sure what to call them, but like, you know, these guys following around the backside. Those are the ones that we really want to hurt. They're the ones that we want as much target damage on as possible. So having the sniper towers there basically allows me to maximize that. Now, I was a little bit worried when I got to this point because I was like, I've only got one sniper tower, I've got 4 Grens, and I got a whole bunch of Riflemen. But what I did this time was, as you can see, I put buildings all the way around so that those Riflemen would kind of follow their way to the backside of the base, which just happens to be the exact opposite side of where Grenadiers would end up. And I know last week you guys were like, oh man, you made Hammerman bomb his own troops. Well, look what I'm making Hammerman do again this time, because no prototypes, no ice. Anyways, guys, thanks very much. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it was entertaining. And above all else, hopefully you guys can take down Hammerman without any prototypes or ice.